there I am, slap bang in the middle of my first ever tactics stream. Final Fantasy Trauma, War on the Lazy Brained, and I felt a compelling urge to share my experience so far. While I wanted to begin talking about my love of FF12, my already vested interest in Evilise, passion for the rich character, culture and style that this game is oozing with, it would be a disservice to what is truly at the foremost of my mind 30 to 40 hours into this game. And that's that this cruel mistress disguised as a game is hard. Brutal, in fact. 1 minute you're king of the world, assured of your victory. And then in the blink of an eye, you're fisted by RNG demons for your hubris. Come on! Come on! No! No! 2 raises at 76% failed! No! No! Are you shitting? I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't believe it! What the fuck? And a double stop. Oh, Diana's down as well! And don't get me started on characters. While the class leveling system in this game is deeply fun and intriguing to explore, said leveling takes so much time that losing any characters to the Crystal Afterlife simply isn't an option. Now, I've never reset a game before, even though I won it. Greg, no! No, Greg! But trudging back through the same half-hour-long battle is favourable to mercilessly reinvesting the 30 plus hours of progress into that swanky OP job that you were building up for. Okay, I'm gonna have a breath for a sec. Now, I know what some of you are gonna say. Pez, just grind. Now, you see, the thing is, that would be okay if half the maps weren't staged on hilly, bumpy, ravining, mountainous hell, where you've already had to perform 69 action commands before the fight even started. The mobs are bloody miles away. That's way too deep. No, too deep. And I hate this map. Shit the bed. No! I didn't mean to press OK. It's gonna take ages because the map is a pile of shit. But again, I know what you're gonna say. Just lock that chocobo that decided to flee to the furthest corner of the map, you know, the last remaining enemy, for quick, easy JP points. The thing is, partaking in gangbang circles on helpless birds, that's a shame I reserve exclusively for weekends.
You're so stupid.
Then there's the accidental friendly fire, the infuriating line of sight derps, spells that for some reason can't be cast up the seemingly smallest of gradient hills imaginable. The list of why this game will make any newcomer, like me, want to tear their hair out goes on and on and on. And you know what? I love it. I mean it, you know, because for every mission that ends in soul-crushing defeat, every randomised odd that flies against your favour, Lady Luck eventually will decide to stand in your corner for once, and you know what, it makes you feel like the king of adrenaline when you clutch back that victory or that single move that saves the fight. You know, that's what I love about tactics so far. It's excitement in a bottle. I don't know when the day dying in a video game, fairly or unfairly, became something to go and cry about over on Metacritic, because when I grew up, that was just the well-accepted staple of what a good video game did. You know, I do hate being one of those people who bitch about FF15 because you couldn't die in it. I have such a deep love for FF15, but you couldn't bloody die in it! Now, this isn't to say that of all my innumerable plethora of wipes, that it's not solely to blame on being thrown unfair percentile curveballs, because it's not. It's no new admission that my attention and focus while live streaming is tenuous at best, but in my defence, juggling a comment section and trying not to appear as charismatic as Lurch, you know, like we all secretly do when we're actually gaming by ourselves, it can be difficult, but that's the sinister beauty of FFT, is that if your attention drops for like a second, or you even fail to notice what the enemy is planning, where they're stood, where you're stood, the terrain positioning. Heck, I ran Geomancer, and I can tell you now, it was a real kick in the pantser when you had to know literally every single terrain that you were standing on just so that the character wouldn't be rendered completely useless. But that's also why this is an exceptionally well fleshed out tactical role-playing game. And while it doesn't resemble anything like we've had in the Final Fantasy franchise before or any other combat or gameplay system, I already weirdly feel a sense of loving acceptance for it as an FF, sort of pride of how a franchise that I've been following and loving since I was 10 is still somehow surprising me with how much diversity and variety of games this franchise has. It is the spice of life, baby. But with FFT, the depressing, rage-inducing lows, I love it because they also lead to equally as exuberant highs. You know, the victories are sweeter. This has been a really refreshing playthrough to do, and I really look forward to finishing it. Now, sure, I have no doubt whatsoever that there's going to be some seasoned tactics player or players in the comment section who are just going to laugh and tell me how easy this game can be. You know, fill the comments up with the party setups, the items, or the methods I could use to cheese this game effortlessly. But tactics, you know, that's why I feel like tactics is kind of like a stoner's ring. Everyone will just be there slurping down that giggle smoke with ease, and then enters that poor unsuspecting newbie. They pass him the doobie, he chokes and bombs and fails like a booby, and you all just evilly chortle amongst yourselves at his plight. That's how I feel sometimes. And as for things like, I'm done guys, I'm done. As for things like the plot, characterization, the gorgeous OST, really befitting the Final Fantasy franchise. I won't go too much into that today because again, I've not finished it and I didn't want to go into spoilers too much, but I will just say Ramza, this guy is really growing on me as an MC. His compassion, willingness to abandon his life, status, wealth, comforts, friends, religion, even his family in a heartbeat if it meant doing the right thing. I really respect and see the sacrifices he's made. And as for Deleter, this dude is just badass. And I suspect an upcoming favourite anti-villain or hero. I suspect. Which of those yet I'm not quite sure, but him coupled with Ramza, they make for one of the more interesting duos so far. Beautifully paced scenes, carrying into poignant moments, classical, eloquent, evilly scripting. They even test my grasp on the English language. Then there's the massive roster of side characters like Agrias, Best Waifu, Alma, Tetra, Mustard Man that you actually do know enough about to start caring about. But that is also mixed in with a square metric ton of other characters whose names you can barely pronounce and or have no idea why they are with you. Like Toad Hat Dude you saved from Behemoth Banging, who just kind of sits there in your roster looking all useless and fungal. There's nefarious plots, ancient zodiac powers awakenings, villains, orders, outlaws, societies, and a nice healthy spattering of religion bashing that it just wouldn't be an FF without. So tactics has to really steer the later portion of the game into the ground for me to come away not liking and recommending this title as a worthwhile play. Just make sure your constitution and resolve is strong before you do. Oh, and whatever you do not put any faith and or group your party up near or around this bitch. Preempt the summons. Now you, are you just standing there? She's passing goes! Fucking... You want me? That's a 79% call! Are you kidding me? Ah! Right, you do something. Do something! Why are you just standing there? Oh, come on, kill the ninja! Kill the fucking... Kill him, kill him, kill him! Kill him! How many goes did you miss? His own teammate? Come on. Come on, hit someone. Someone? Anyone? You are a bitch, Rafer! You're gonna want to choke her out. Choke her! She gonna do you wrong. So there we go, Final Fantasy Peasants. A mid-playthrough review of kind of sorts like kinda. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Until the next video. Come on!